Question about ASAP Rocky is very interesting to me because I don't think it just applies to ASAP Rocky. I think when you say, hey, with all the resources that Rocky has, including access to Rihanna, his wife, who has sung powerful hooks on collaborations with Jay, M, Kanye, Kendrick, Drake, how does he not have hit songs? Well, first of all, I want to disagree with the fact that ASAP doesn't have hit songs. I think he probably doesn't have as many hits as you would like. But I also think if you apply this to any other rapper or even creatives, period, and you ask them, hey, do you think you've done as much as you could? Right? These are the two things that really get you the answer to become more popular and more famous. Take that, what would they say? And then also, do you think you have just as much talent as the people that are probably ranked a little higher than you? And with all due respect, with ASAP Rocky, I don't think he checks off those boxes well, right? Number one, think about how long it took for this project, the Don't Be Dumb project, to drop. Number two, does ASAP Rocky have as much talent as the people that are just slightly above him, right? When we talk about the big three, the Kanyes of the world, even people that are not those people that have a little more hits, right? Is he more talented than them? And I think to be honest, I think he's a bit limited from I guess, lyrical, even songwriting perspective. I don't think he has to be lyrical dexterical. And also, but I also think ASAP is cool with that because he has something for everybody. I remember when I did the Punky Rocky sort of, I guess, critique, and I was joking. I was like, all right, that's not for me. Everybody was like, oh, you love rap too much. And I was like, yeah, I do. That's really more what I'm into. And then he gets experimental in different sounds. People are like, oh, this sounds like, what's that record? Sunshine. I was like, yeah, I might have gave that one listen and never listened to it again. So while he does try to do what some artists do, which is be able to appeal to everybody, he has like multiple small little niches in a way, right? And in fact, though, when I do argue sometimes, I say, oh, y'all don't give niche rappers a chance to grow. ASAP Rocky doesn't even sometimes come off like a niche rapper. He comes off like he himself is the niche. And then he just plays with different sounds, like the style, and he's also more. Sometimes comes off as being more invested into fashion. I kind of feel like when ASAP Mob kind of started doing their own thing and separating and rest in peace to Yams, I kind of felt like the attachment to music kind of dropped off a little bit. But when I'm listening to this new project and I'm almost done casing it, I don't know if I'll do a full review, but it's just like, yeah, it sounds like ASAP, but probably not his best work. Somewhere maybe in the middle or below from what I'm hearing, right? And then as usual, I have records that I like and records that I'm like, this is not for me. I'm never going to listen to this again. And then when you talk about the access to resources that he has, I mean, first you point out his wife or mother of his children. Sometimes people don't want to. My personal relationship is my personal relationship. I'm not saying that they can't Jay-Z and Beyonce this thing, but there's that. And as far as all the other big name people that he probably could work with, he probably doesn't want to. Like, I mean, you think of one of the biggest records he's done recently, outside of the blog era when he was collabing with, Joey Badass, Kendrick, Drake, and all those guys, right? The bigger records that he's had now is like with Skepta. That's like an international guy, right? So, yeah, I just think this could apply to a lot of people that aren't ASAP Rocky, that you just have to ask those two questions. Like, one, are you doing everything in your power to stay current in this environment, what this environment demands? And two, hey, dog, does the person really have that much talent, right? Like, do they really exceed the standards that their positioning sort of either requires, or the positioning you want them to be in requires? Oh, and for what it's worth, I mean, how bad is ASAP Rocky have it if he was able to do this, right? Be the most streamed rapper, since Drake had been that guy since like July. So, he's not them, but obviously when he drops, people care. So it's not that bad.